Hey, well, great evening to you all. I hope you guys have all had an awesome day. I hope that you guys have all done things that filled your heart today. And I hope that you've made a lot of little necessary changes for yourself so you can get the most out of your experience. So last night I started Your Best You. The choice is yours. By me, Toby Staples. Copyright 2021. And we read Love for Life, Chapter 1. We got through Importance for Gratitude, Getting Real with It, and It Is What It Is. So, those were the first 4 chapters. So tonight, we're going to jump into Chapter 5, Self-Love. Okay? So, Chapter 5, Self-Love. Of Your Best You, The Choice is Yours by Toby Staples. Copyright 2021. So, Chapter 5, Self-Love. There will be many different views and opinions stirred during this chapter. I take self-love very seriously. I didn't for many years, but now my self-love is a priority. Over my years of self-sabotage and hate, I sure as hell wasn't loving myself. It is only now that I fully understand universal love. That is what my soul is made of. Well, it is in knowing this that makes me love myself. Why wouldn't I love myself knowing that I'm a creator, made in the image of the divine prime creator? That I have infinite possibilities of what is possible and accessible to me at all times. I've been awakened to all this knowledge through a most recent spiritual awakening. This experience allowed me to finally break through all of the self-imposed blockages that I had created. I never fully myself understood universal love before this experience. I had a thought as it was, but never really knew. This is a truth for me, as now I have become an empowered empath and have been instructed as to my mission here on earth as a powerful light worker through this universal love. My surrender to love guided me through an experience filled with very important and useful wisdom. Since then, I've been able to embark on a journey of discovery in the efforts of becoming the best version of myself. With all of this knowledge comes a great responsibility to share it. What better responsibility could one be honored with? Seriously. What more joy could one hold when seeing that they are not what they have been thought themselves to be? That they are factually so much more than they had been led to believe. When an individual can come to grasp this understanding, self-love becomes naturally easy. You become a totally different being. With my most recent changes, I can truly say that I don't identify with my old self, just because she is a person that lived in survival mode. Living in survival mode doesn't allow you to self-love. It is all about self-preservation. No wonder why I endured so many health issues. Without self-love, you are not living. It is called surviving. You have to let go of all the worldly fear in order to let go of survival mode. Survival mode is initiated and maintained by fear and fear alone. Other stuff like doubt, shame, denial, guilt, embarrassment, unworthiness just add to that fear over time. We just don't realize it being born into this world as it is today. The fact of it all is that self-love was not a part of our learning processes. Why not? It is as easy as the fact that how many of those who were doing the programming and conditioning were actually living true to themselves. We are only now just beginning to understand our true nature. All of what we have been led to believe about our existence has not been exactly accurate. We are taught to treat our body well and to stay healthy. We are taught about our biological functions, but not our true nature. Never being taught about our own energy that we contain within, how the body has all it needs to fix itself with no external involvement. Just as the earth has all its systems in place to heal, well, so does your being. When you can understand this, you can change everything about your reality. A major component of self-love is understanding and maintaining your well-being on all levels, meaning mentally, spiritually, and physically. When you are out of balance within any of the three mentioned, you are no longer capable of maintaining balance within your life. We are taught to overthink, which is wrong, because we should be allowing ourselves to be governed by the feelings, censored solely by the heart. That alone disconnects us from our true essence in itself. Need I say more? That is the start of the mess. We are incapable of reaching our truest maximum potential when disconnected from it. I was made to believe that my body was governing my existence. That again is false. I have been blessed to understand that my soul volunteered to come into a human experience during a time of such great darkness in order to transmute the darkness into light, to be the much needed light for so many who could not see their light themselves, who had grown comfortable within darkness as I had for so long, not remembering my own true nature, having been disconnected from it by fear. The fact of it is, we can change the world into not such a fearful place for the generations who will follow. It isn't just about our children. It is for all children. I was that child that lived hell and then created it later on. We are taught to put full physical effort into all that we do. It is one thing to maintain well-being, but it is another to be forced to overexert your body all of your life. In the way the world works today, we are constantly in a state of sensory overload. We are in a constant rush to get everything done. We fill our schedules with distractions to feel that we have achieved a meaningful life. Honestly, driving yourself into the ground does not give you any meaning at all. In survival mode, your body is never in a state of balance. You are constantly preparing yourself out of fear for the unknown threat, even if there isn't one. The true threat is yourself in that mode. So you will never truly achieve a state of well-being until you make the changes to do so. I hope that now you can see how messed up we are from the start. It is hard to love yourself if you don't truly know who you are and why you operate the way you do. I speak of this only because this has been my personal experience of things. I was the person creating the constant of a meaningless life for myself. No one else was doing that for me. I can say that nobody else is at fault here either. The silver lining to it all is that I have come to certain levels of understanding that can just fundamentally change the way that we operate as a collective, so that we can ultimately all enjoy life as we are all truly meant to. In order for you to self-love, it is important to actually understand yourself. The logic is simple. How can you love all of your amazingness if you don't know how truly amazing you are? You need to just believe that there is more to it, as I have. In questioning my existence, I was truly the one with the problem. I have come to realize that that has been an ongoing problem for the human race in its entirety. Like I have said before, you are incapable of healing what you don't know is hurting you. Well, if you have read my book, now you might have some insight as to what may be hindering your self-love and your well-being. Now, understanding the depths of my lack of self-love, I make sure that this is what I serve myself at all times. I have to be kind and nurturing to myself first. I must be loving and compassionate to me because I matter. It has nothing to do with being self-centered, but it is a priority for one to put themselves first. Nobody but yourself will ever put you first. If they do, well, they themselves know nothing about self-love. In order to live in a selfless manner in this world, it is essential to put self-love of the highest priority to maintain your own well-being. You must do so in order to allow your body to maintain balance within your being. This is what you must understand. Everything is all a part of the bigger picture. You really have to take some time to get reacquainted with yourself in order to feel what is best for you. Be gentle during this process. The process of becoming your best you isn't always an easy one, but it is naturally what we are meant to do within our human experience. Life is not working against us ever. We work against our own true nature, and this is what causes all of the problems. Imprisoning ourselves with the man-made beliefs and hand-me-down existences that have been carried forward to generations without ever really truly understanding our true natures. If there was a stop button to reset all of the mindsets at once, I would gladly push it. Totally willing to deal with the consequences of it, and there would be many. Coming from a place of love, realizing the importance of self-love for the maintenance of your well-being, you will more likely than not apply it to your life. Know that without true self-love, you are incapable of holding a true love for others. I really had to change the way in which I treated myself, actively implementing daily self-love. Take time for yourself, to be with yourself. Love yourself enough to stay true to you first. Love and embrace life for all the lessons you have to learn, whatever they may be. Chapter 6, Your Best You. All chapters leading up to this one have given you plenty of my insight. I truly hope that reading this book gave you some necessary feelings to want to do better yourself. You matter just as much as I do, and as much as anybody else on the planet. What you see as your best you may be very different from what I see as your best you. I'm totally sure of it, and that's fine. I believe that you have all it takes to start the journey to becoming your best you. There's no turning back now. Having a sincere love for life helps you embrace all that life truly has to offer. Keep an open mind, not fearful of the unknown. When living with this love for life, you find it very difficult to view situations as obstacles. You begin to embrace life with an outward curiosity for what lessons are to be learned. You seek solutions as those are the only true answers. Don't settle for survival mode when you can exchange it. It is all a matter of choice. Just decide to make the choice for embracing a love for life. Along the way, it is truly important to remain grateful for life in its entirety. Don't sit, pick, and choose what you should be grateful for, because you should be grateful for it all. Every bit of it. It has all been a part of who you are today and who you will become tomorrow. Whether you are grateful or not is what will determine your future outcomes. With no exceptions to it, fortunately. There is no in between. You are either grateful or you're not. It is as simple as that. As much as you may think that you can hide this trait from the world, you can't. This can't be hidden. It leaks into every part of your energy. It can also be picked up on within the body language of a person also. You must be grateful for all that has led you to this point, and all that which will lead you onward from this point. Show gratitude for your human experience and for all of your lessons. Remembering to get real with it helps you face things head on. Don't create useless excuses for yourself or get comfortable with blaming the world for your suffering. Own your existence and true nature of your higher self. Stop leaving yourself in a state that you no longer matter. You wouldn't ride a horse without holding the reins, so don't gallop through life without the reins either. Get real with every situation, every person, and every feeling that you have. Look for the lesson in everything. No matter what happens, you must seek the lesson. Don't get stuck in the fear that the situation is bringing forth. Don't apologize for being real. There isn't enough real in this world. Understand that it is what it is. Don't dwell in your past. Accept it all. Put light where you see darkness, to bring light to what may be hidden in the dark. We can't heal what we don't feel. After the getting real stage, it is very powerful to allow yourself to feel it all with intentions of healing. You cannot change your past, but with changes made, you can create a better future. All you have to do is see things for what they are and not what you wish they should be. It is what it is will remain to be one of my favorite sayings throughout life. It reminds me to be a realist with whatever is before me. You may not be able to change the past, but you can learn from it and move on from it. Leaving it to be what it was, nothing more, nothing less, yet taking the lessons from it. I've made it clear how I feel about self-love. Yes, it is very trialing to be self-loving while we are consumed with self-hate. Get out of the constant of survival mode, and self-love will come naturally with the process. This doesn't happen overnight. This is why I refer to it as a process. Baby steps with little changes will set you onto a proper course of self-discovery and self-love. Check yourself and change all that you do not identify with as being a part of becoming your best you. There's no struggle in knowing what is truly best for yourself once you allow yourself to feel it. Have patience in knowing that you will see drastic changes in your life over time. Initiate so much self-love into your life that you naturally inspire others to do the same for themselves. Be the much-needed role model of self-love for all those that are guided by you. What better gift to have than the gift of understanding self-love? I'm grateful for it. Becoming your best you is initiated by the choice of doing so. Simple. See it truly for what it is. It is nothing more than a choice that you make for yourself to be the best version of yourself humanly possible. What could be more important than that? Okay, we have all created busy lives. The busyness has been created through a misunderstanding of how things really should be. Through a huge misunderstanding of your true nature. So what could be more important or more urgent than to take the time that you need to really see things for what you have created them to be for yourself? Release yourself from being bound to a past that was created of not knowing better. Be accepting of that due to the fact that you have been programmed and conditioned as to what others thought was important for your being. You have to be willing to feel the freedom of releasing your past, willing to surrender all that you believed about yourself to be once true. Release all that is not of your truest nature, which is fundamentally love. I like to see it. As I mentioned before, if you're using your hands to hold on to your past, well, your hands are full then. leaving yourself incapable of creating anything new for yourself, as your hands are already in use. You can't create your future by holding on to your past. In doing so, you only create more of your past. What is the point of walking through your life looking backwards anyway? You will never see what is ahead. And that only guarantees unforeseen disaster heading your way. While being stuck in your past, you can't adjust to a new future either. You can't have both. So you must decide. Make a choice and commit to becoming your best you. What you determine to be your best you is within your view only. Get in tune with your being, as your human experience is unique to you only. Your individual learning and acquiring knowledge for your understanding is unique to the bettering of your personal experience. There is nobody that can tell me what my soul needs better than myself. We come as perfect humans for our individual experience, but how we govern our existence is a totally different story. Forgive yourself for not knowing any better at the time. Self-forgiveness is a huge part of getting over anything. I'm fully committed to bettering my life. You can become your best you by making the choices to do so. It's entirely up to you. But why would you choose to suffer anyway? Understanding life and holding a different outlook helps you learn all the lessons along the way. Be open to it, all. Embrace your journey of self-discovery and self-love, leaving all expectations behind. Trust the universe and your soul to truly guide you, as it already knows the way. I believe in you. You matter. You're amazing. Love you all. X.O. The last line of it is, be your best you. Choice is yours. Nobody else's. You got this. X.O. Toby. X.O. All right. So I've added 2 chapters to this revised edition of the book to help you work on yourself. They're directly taken from Turning Hell into Heaven, not rewritten, but I feel it must be added. These are all daily tips that help me stay on my path to becoming the best version of myself. I've taken some easy meditations and effective mantras from my previous book to include in this one for you. We all need little things to help us stay focused. Enjoy. You can do this. So in this revised edition, I put the effective mantras and I put the easy meditations. Okay, so I put my fireplace, my balloon, and bedtime meditations in this one as well. So I'll read you guys the special note that's in the back of my book. I really want to thank each and every person that I've had the honor of crossing paths with during my human experience. No matter how insignificant you may feel it was, it played a huge role in my learning. I am grateful for each and every encounter. Please be kind, loving, and gentle to yourself and to others. Do your necessary healing. Seek what is hurting so you may heal. It truly is worth doing the work, and you can do it. I love you all. Toby. So, copyright 2021, Toby Staples, all rights reserved. So, there you go. That is your best you. The choice is yours in totality. Guys, I really hope that you've enjoyed it. I thank you guys all for coming out and taking a listen to my books. And, yeah, have yourselves an amazing night. Why? Why not? You matter the most. So enjoy. Every breath that you should be taking should be stress-free. Okay? I love you all. Live life with ease. All right? Have a great night. Love you all. Peace.